Happy Self Love Sunday. I am Mo Sass, the host of Self Love Sundays with Sass. I am a vision and empowerment coach who comes here every single Sunday to talk about all the ways in which you can better your best. And I want to get right into it because some of you need to forgive yourself for viewing someone's lack of reciprocation as a challenge to convince them of your worth. I'm going to say it again. Some of you need to forgive yourself for viewing someone's lack of reciprocation as a challenge to convince them of your worth. What am I talking about? Some of you right now, as you listen to this video, are exhausted, tapped out, tired, overgiving, overthinking, overtalking, all because you're trying to convince someone of your worth, not understanding that you are worthy just as you are. So today, we're talking about reciprocity and reciprocation. Because at this stage of the game, and for some of you who've been around for a while, you know, I am well into my 40s, honey. I am seasoned. But at this stage of the game, I want to say this. I don't care what stage you're at. Your relationships, friendships, partnerships should be about reciprocation at this stage. And let's talk about what reciprocation is. It's a return in kind to give and take mutually. And so to return in kind or degree, reciprocate a compliment gracefully, right? So let's talk about a reciprocal action. A reciprocal action or agreement involves two people or groups of people who behave in the same way or agree to help each other and give each other advantages. So when you break that down, right, I'm just going to say this. You deserve to be filled the same way you pour. You deserve to be filled the same way you pour. And so let's talk about, really break it down what I'm talking about right now, right? So when I'm talking about reciprocation and relationship, that means you're not just giving your heart away. You're not just giving your thoughts away. You're not just giving your body away, right? And that means, doing something physical or whatever. You're always the person that's helping, giving, right? And then you find yourself burnt out and questioning why. I'm telling you, I've been dealing with this with clients. This is what made me want to have this conversation. You cannot do things with the hopes that people will say, oh, she is great. Oh, she's bomb. I don't come here every single Sunday and do these videos thinking that afterwards somebody's going to sign up to join my coaching program or to have me be their coach, because I understand the dynamics of how people work, right? This is something that I choose. Hear me out. I choose to deliberately come and give free content away because I genuinely want to see people be the best they can be. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, I do that for that reason. So I don't set up the expectation that that's going to happen on the back end. And if it does, it's beautiful and it's wonderful. And I promise you, you're going to transform. Your life is going to be amazing. And at the same token, that's not why I do this. I don't do this to prove a worth or to get something, right? So I intentionally go in, right, knowing that this is all about me giving away free content with the hopes that somebody can hear it and it can change their day and start to transform their life. And I don't talk about motivation or inspiration because I think those, first of all, I know those are very temporary things. Transformation means that I am changing someone's core beliefs. I'm helping someone understand and believe and know that if I, the girl who started off on $322 a month on welfare, can be in the place in the predicaments that I am now, killing it, that you can too. And these are the ways in which I got there. I had to stop being the one who overgave all the time. And I found myself burnt out. And here's the thing. I was so busy overgiving to helping everyone else, I wasn't helping myself. And here, listen, I'm going to slow down. I want you to hear it again. I was so busy helping everyone else, being there for everyone else, I wasn't helping myself. But the truth of the matter is, I was scared of success. Listen, I'm going to come here and talk real every single time. I was and I didn't want to face my stuff. So if I can sit across to somebody and help them, and I can go help them move, and I can help them with their kids, and I can help them. Let me tell you something. I was a bad mother, shut your mouth when it came to, helping my friends in terms of their relationships. Because the one thing about me is I love love, and I understand the reciprocation of love and how to really, and it's funny because as I grow older, I love to challenge the man that I'm with, but it's different. I'm not challenging him on money and stuff. I'm like, I want to outlove you, boo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a different type of challenge, right? So I always was great at, understanding the dynamics of male and female and how to bring out that femininity within you, within that, right? But here's the thing. I was great at expressing it, listen, I'm going to be honest, but wasn't so great at doing it. And I didn't want to go get the help that I needed. It was easier for me to help others. And that's a point, because some of you are running from you. Some of you are running from you. Because if you have to face why you're doing the things that you're doing, why you're running the way you're running, why you're giving the way you're giving, listen, and you may understand that there's a fear of losing. There's a fear of losing the people. And there's also a fear that I may not just be that great. I needed to pause there because I really need you to understand why you're doing what you're doing. Because reciprocation is so important. It's literally the flow of energy in both directions that allows each person to feel valued and loved. And here's the thing, overgiver. The other person, like you're literally stunting their growth by just giving, and allowing them to only take. You're setting yourself and them up for failure, because that's not real life. Real life is not somebody sitting back and just taking. No, real life is give and take. It's a flow of energy between people. And it helps them. Listen, everybody wants to feel needed. You're not even giving them the opportunity. But here's what happens. You ready? You overgive, you overtalk, you overextend, and then in the end you burnt out and you're mad at everybody and you're resentful and you're bitter. But here's the thing. You took that on. Most times, somebody may ask you to do one thing, you do 10, and you're upset that you're not getting that back. But you haven't even communicated your needs. You haven't even communicated that you needed something back. You're doing it because you want them to see your worth. And then it turns into this martyr complex. Well, I do everything and it for everybody and blah, 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 blah. And you're just going on and on and on. But I'm going to stop you for a second. Who asked you? And then you create the story. Listen, when I say you, I promise you this was me, right? And I'm going to say me just to help folks because I know people get triggered, okay? Then you do it. And like literally you're like, well, if I don't do it, nobody else can do it. And if it don't get done, it's not going to be right. You create the story. How do I know? I created the story. But then when I learned, when I got on my self-healing, self-love, this is why this is called Self-Love Sundays with Sass, because I took you guys for the last couple of years along this journey with me of healing myself instead of trying to heal everybody else, right? I understood that once I stopped doing it, guess what happened? They stepped up and did it. They can do it. It can be done if you don't do it. And here's the thing. It allowed particularly people in my life to be proud of themselves. It's like, oh my God, I really don't need mom in that way. You don't want to be needed to the point where it's codependent. And that's the life that you're creating. And then it's like, oh, I get to sit on this thing. But if I don't do it, nobody else can't. Like, hold on, stop. That's not a true statement. I promise you, boo, you die tomorrow, it's going to get done. It may not be done in the fashion that you want it to, right? Just like when you ask God for something, he may not deliver it in the way that you saw fit, but he delivers it. It's the same thing. And who says that your way is the best way or the right way? Because the last time I checked in, my higher power's way is the right way and the best way. I'm not above spirit. But some of y'all in your human form think you are. No better than God himself. And again, I just always want to make clear in my videos, I'm not telling y'all who to believe in, y'all. I don't care if it's Jesus, Buddha, Allah, a tree, whatever you want to call it, you do that. Just the understanding that there is a higher spirit and a higher force out there that's facilitating and help orchestrate, okay? It is the reason why I'm sitting where I'm sitting today. But I want you guys to understand this and why I'm passionate about it. Because what you don't understand about reciprocity is abundance is a dance with reciprocity. What we can give, what we can share, and what we can receive in the process. Listen, let's say it again. Abundance is a dance with reciprocity. What we can give, what we can share, and what we can receive in the process. If you notice, it wasn't just about what we can give. It wasn't just about what we can share, but sit in the posture of receiving. So my statement is ask, believe, receive. Ask. Most people don't even ask for what you need. That's why reciprocation is not happening. That's why you're burnt out. That's why you're tired. First of all, most of you are in God's business. Get out of God's business. You're in the way. He's trying to teach them something. He's trying to show them something. You all in the way trying to control something. Get out of God's business. Get out of the way. Okay? Get out of the way. Ask for what you need. No one can read your mind. I don't care how long. Listen, my mother and father gave birth to me. I am such a different person than I was when they raised me. My mother don't know what I need. She doesn't know how to approach me sometimes because I'm such a different person. I have to express that. Now, that doesn't mean she's going to do it, child. Y'all know Marion, okay? And let me tell you something. I can say what I want about my mama, but don't you. I said what I said, all right? But y'all don't know Marion. But I have to express what I need. Stop doing things with the hopes that people say, okay, because she did all this, I'm going to do that for her. No, you have to teach people how to treat you. This is important in friendships. I don't have non-reciprocal friendships anymore. So what does that look like? If I'm sharing a vulnerable moment, I swear me and my girlfriend Keisha, although some days we tell each other, oh yeah, but we are the perfect example of reciprocation. Let me tell you something. We don't talk every single day. Okay, we don't talk every single day, but there's times when we get together and we sit across from each other. She's having a vulnerable moment. Here's how this works. She's having a vulnerable moment. I don't take that as an opportunity to coach her. Let me help y'all, because some of y'all ruining your relationships with your man or woman and your friendships, because when someone's vulnerable, you take it as an opportunity to coach instead of taking it as an opportunity to be vulnerable and share something vulnerable as well. To say, you know what, I get that. Like, I remember, a time for real, like, when I felt that same exact thing. Like, I get you. I feel you on that. But what you do is, it's like, well, listen, because this is how I coach sometimes. You know what, that happened, so what, now what you going to do about it, right? Like, all right, cool, we got that, let's go, like, and we want to fix it. Listen, in the coaching setting, when I get paid to do that, that's different. This is my friendship. This is somebody I'm building connection and we're sharing the deepest part of ourselves with. It's not a coaching opportunity. And here's the thing. We are there for each other. I promise you, the type of friend I am, I'm always doing something and I'm busy, but she knows in a drop of a dime, if she needs me, there is nothing that gets in the way of me getting to her. Nothing. There's nothing. Money is not more important than her. She knows if anything goes down, I know who to call. I know who's going to cover it. I know who's going to handle it, right? And here's the best part. The same for me. I know in an instant. I know who to call. I know she going to cover it. I know she got it. She going to bring the food because she can cook and I can't. Listen, I know how to order. She know my boo know I'm going to order. You let her get sick, okay? But that's our thing. And sometimes reciprocation doesn't look like the same, right? So, hey, listen, it may be a matter of like my boo needs something and I got money, right? I'm gonna give it to her. She may reciprocate it with a meal. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not telling you it has to be on the same level. I'm saying it's the flow of energy between two people where we know we are valued and loved. We're not proving our worth to one another. We're flowing in between. It's the give and take. And let me tell you something, parents. Right now, you're the same parent teaching your children how to share. You're the same parent teaching your children, to be reciprocal. Don't be mean to their friend. Don't do that. But you're doing it. You'll tell your kid in a heartbeat, stop over giving to that. Listen, moms, we'll tell our daughters in a heartbeat, don't be giving all away that give all that stuff away to a man, but you do it. I'm calling you on the carpet because this needs to stop. This do as I say, not as I do, that has to go. Be the living example. Don't look for Beyonce to be your daughter's example, and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and whomever else. And let me tell you something. I love those women. And let me tell you, I'm a woman who loves women. Here's the thing. Here's what I love about them. They're living their dream. They may not be living it the way I want to, but they believed in themselves enough to go out and live their dream, to be impactful in their lane. And you think that you can't do that, and I'm telling you that you can. Be impactful in your lane. I don't come in here and just talk about it, honey. I live it every single day. And are there some times, y'all, listen to me. Are there some times, y'all, when I'm tired? Yes. There's some times when I hit the wall. I hit the wall. There's times when I cry. I want y'all to understand this is real life. There's sometimes when I go to bed at night and I'm crying, and it's funny, right? And let me tell you, because it's ebbs and flows of life, right? There's times when I go to bed and I'm crying and I'm tired. And I'm like, man, I just can't take this anymore. I'm just over it, right? And that's when I allow myself to be in the season of what I'm feeling. I give myself grace. Why am I doing that? It took me 40 something years to become the woman I am. So the fact that I'm trying to change the very essence of how I was raised, the very essence of the environment that I was in, the very essence of the deep-rooted, deep-seated trauma that's within me, I have to give myself grace. I'm gonna cry. Somebody need to hear that. Give yourself grace. It's not going to happen overnight. Y'all been on this journey with me. I swear I started this journey like 2017, and I'm still growing. It doesn't end, right? But because at the end of the day, if it took me, so I would say I'm about to be 47. So if it took me 40 years, like real talk, to become me, it's not going to change in 3, 4, 5 years. That's going to take some time. That's what transformation is. It's the changing of the core belief. But now that I've got, come on, follow me, y'all. But now that I've gotten the change of the core belief that nothing is impossible with my God, listen, I'm literally bulldozing over things that I never in my life thought was possible. But here's the thing. I changed the dynamics of the people around me. I changed the dynamics of the thoughts around me. Reciprocating with people who are positive in my life. I'm in a community that reciprocates. You understand me? It's give and take. Hey, listen, I'm pouring to them. They pour into me. Listen, I'm pouring into people now that pour into me the same exact way or higher. Understand, I have a winning team around me of people who see my greatness. They're not focused on my flaws. That don't mean they don't call me on the carpet, but they don't focus on them. It's like, boo, maximize on your strengths. Your weaknesses, I need you to get in therapy. I need you to get with a coach. I need you to get with a mentor to work on those. And I'm saying this to you. Maximize on your strengths, right? And then get help for your weaknesses. I'm going to say it again. Maximize on your strengths. Get help for your weaknesses. I come here every single Sunday, y'all, and I'm living dreams, right? So I start off by telling y'all, sometimes I cry, and it's like that down slope. But when I'm on my high, I ride the wave. See, y'all gotta hear me. Ride the wave. So I'm on my high wave right about now, and I go to bed and I cry, and I say, "Thank you, God. I never envisioned being in the places that I am now. I never envisioned making the money that I'm making now." Like, yo, I'm just a girl from Plainfield, New Jersey who started off with $322 a month on welfare with food stamps, going to the laundromat with an umbrella stroller with 2 garbage bags and my son sitting on top, strolling him to the local laundromat, living in a 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah, I never remember with roaches. You understand me? Don't y'all look at people and think that like their life is so much like you're on this social media and it's so fluff and mirrored and so beyond you. It's nothing that's beyond you, but you gotta get into this belief. You gotta get into this. Is why I come here and do this. I don't make no money. I do this every Sunday because I want another person to look at this and be like, yo, listen, I got this. I just got to keep believing. I got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. I got to get rid of those people in my life that's just taking and taking and taking and taking. So now I've given myself away so much. They don't even expect you to receive anything. But you taught them that. I love you, but I got to tell you the truth because nobody's telling you. And then you sit in victim mode like, well, they don't do this and they do that. Boo, you can change it. Make a different decision. You don't have to be a victim to any circumstance, person, place, or thing in your life. And when I mean things, I'm talking about addictions, okay? You can make a different choice. And I'm not telling you that when you make that choice, everything is going to be cookies and ice cream and rainbows. I'm telling you it's going to be somewhat of a fight. But I'd rather fight to climb higher. Come on, come with me. I'd rather for you to fight to go higher than to remain the same or go lower. Follow me, y'all. That's why reciprocation is so important. That's why having those friendships and connections in your life is so important. So now I'm talking to you about, I started off with the definition, right? And now I'm talking to you about why it's so important. Because literally, if you want to develop a healthy and mutual relationship, right? That's why reciprocation is important. It's important. It's important to have the balance of giving and receiving. And it's important for you to learn how to get in the posture of receiving. I had to learn how to get in the posture of receiving. Money is an energy, but it's blocked because you're not in the posture of receiving. You're too busy giving. So really quick, I want to talk about how to practice getting into reciprocation mode. Number one, accept responsibility for the creation of the relationship. You have to accept responsibility that you helped create the relationship that you are in. So therefore, if you help create it, you can change it. Okay. And sometimes changing it because you're changing you means that those relationship goes afraid. But that don't mean something's wrong with you. Listen, I lost plenty of friendships. I promise you, I swear to God, on everything I love, I've never spoken a bad word about anybody who's left my life that were friends that we fell off because I understand the flow. I don't care if they don't. I don't care what they said. And I've heard some things. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. And it has nothing to do with my worth. Promise you that, right? You got to understand that. But it's set responsibility for the creation. One person can't do all the giving and one person can't do all the receiving. And if you're around a bunch of takers, they're taking. And here's the thing. People think taking is just money. No, some people are here they're energy drainers. They're energy vampires. They're here to take your energy. I know my energy is high vibe. I'm up in the clouds sometimes. So I can, people come in, but it's up to me to say no. You got to limit it. And if I love them, because they may be family, and even some friends don't even understand. They come and sit in my energy, and instead of getting this goal, they want to talk about, they just talking about themselves over and over and over. Hey, listen, I love them, right? So I give them a time limit, and then I take my space. Why? This is my life, right? I love you. That doesn't mean you have to be like me, right? So if you're an energy drainer, and I know you're going to sit in the car from me, and all you're going to do is talk about you, I have people like that in my life. There's limited time on that. I see where you are. Why? Because I used to be that person. I'm never above you. I'm with you. But I developed the winning system to get myself out of that. All right. So number one, accept responsibility for the creation of a relationship. Don't do all the giving. If you find yourself over giving, over talking, over sharing, I want you to stop and ask yourself, are you looking to be validated or are you looking for them to say that you are worthy? I'm going to say it again because I know I'm talking fast. If you find yourself over giving, over talking, over sharing, right? Over volunteering. I need you to stop for a second and ask why. Are you looking to be validated? Are you looking for someone to see your worth? Are you running from yourself? Are you so busy in everybody's business, including God's business, because you don't want to handle your business? Okay? Because it's time for you to handle your business. Where you are in life is based on your mindset. You haven't convinced yourself, because I started off with saying asking, because you haven't asked for what you need because you don't believe that you can receive it. I said that. Okay? This is an energy. Ask, believe, receive. You got to ask for what you want, but you got to believe it. You got to change your mindset. Believe it with all your senses. I feel this thing. I touch it. I taste it. I smell it. You understand what I'm saying? With all your senses, believe it, and again, a posture of receiving. A posture of receiving means you're not over giving and overextending. No, you're working on you. You're dealing with your triggers and your traumas. So you're getting the coaches in your life. www.mosas.com, info@mosas.com, 908-444-6041, or you can message me in Instagram and Facebook. If you want to talk, have a question, want to set up anything, I got you. But here's the thing. You have to want it. That's a mindset too. Stop looking at everybody else's plate like, oh, it's full. And you over there making their plate more full and your plate is emptied in a mug. You have nothing. You're starving. And then you want to get from that place and upset that you're not getting it back because you have not accepted the fact that you deserve it. Come on, somebody. Again, you have to communicate. Stop living with the hopes and the dreams that somebody's going to see you. I need you to see you. I'm going to end it on that. You want abundance? It starts with reciprocity. Get it in your life. Okay? I love you. I know sometimes I speak with such passion because I want to see everybody win. I know that this dream that I'm living is not just me. I'm not the only person in the world, and I'm not even where I want to be. I'm just starting to peak, baby. And so I'm coming here to show you that if you get with you, if you work on your healing, if you work on your personal development, mindset, intentional focus, and extreme execution, that's what I teach my people. I promise you can live the life of your dreams. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. I will talk to you next week.